Hey gang, my name is Michelle Harris. I am 39 years old, and I have been doing weight loss now for give or take 5 to 7 years. I've kind of lost track in there somewhere. Basically, off and on since I was 19, I have been overweight, and my heaviest weight was 274 pounds. My lowest weight, I couldn't even tell you because that was Ben at newborn. I've always been over, well, when I graduated high school, I was over 100, I think I was 175 when I graduated high school. And I was made fun of all during high school. I was the fat one. My mom made my clothes. You name it. My last name was Berry, if that helps you any. So, strawberry, punchberry, blah 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 berry. I was not into athletics, never have been. However, I am very active. I love to be outdoors. I love to swim, garden, anything to deal with the outdoors. I like to play with wood. I like to play with tools. You put an older car, not one of the newer cars in front of me, and I can tell you how to fix the problem. I've been a backdoor mechanic off and on all my life. My dad was a mechanic with me growing up, and I was basically raised in a garage. And then when I turned 13, my father took me out and put me in front of a car with my brother and said, point to each one of these car parts because you're going to learn how to take care of your own cars. That was all fine and dandy until the auto industry decided, we're going to computerize cars. So that's all changed since then. I like to be with my kids. I like to be active with them. And sometimes that's a little difficult. I like to take care of my mom. I am a stay-at-home mom, taking care of my kids and my mom. And right now, I'm basically trying to get myself back on track. I will go through my list of diagnoses real quick because I know you guys have some similarities. But I do have hypertension, and I do have high cholesterol. I have high blood pressure. I am morbid obesity. However, I was told for bariatric surgery I could not go below 200. And so I haven't really been pushing my weight loss, but yet in the meantime I'm a little discouraged with my weight loss. And I will get into all that in just a second. I do have my monthlies that are irregular. If it wasn't for metformin, I would not have them. So I have a lot of PCOS issues. I don't know if you can tell. I have a hair issue because of testosterone. My nails always break because of my PCOS problem. I have a lot of the similarities to PCOS. I have the hang tags. I'm hoping it all goes away because PCOS is a very hard subject for me. I've had numerous miscarriages, one stillborn, and it's all based because of PCOS. I do have diabetes type 2, but it's not very severe anymore. My AC1 when I started was 13.4. I got it down to 5.3, and I've had it as low as 5.0. And this has been through a matter of 3 years. So right now, as far as diabetes, they're not really concerned at this point. It's more or less watch your sugar, or it's going to become a problem. I do have what they call white blood cell syndrome. Basically what that is my body overproduces white blood cells. So when they run a white blood cell count, my blood cells are like up here when they need to be down here. And a lot of times that will say, well, there's cancer in the body, or there's leukemia in the body. That has nothing to do with what's going on with my body at this time. Okay? I do have a fatty liver because of all the medications I've been taking. You know, I'm on a lot of pain meds. Well, I was on a lot of pain meds. I'm not so much orally now. I was on a lot of I can't even think of the word. Medications, blocks for cholesterol. That also helps get your liver numbers way out and make it fatty. I also have anxiety and depression. I've had this since I was probably about 18 years old, if not younger. I've been on medication since 2014. And some is weight related, some is family related, some is just my own personal relation. So I have a lot of things that I've had to work through in this time frame. I do have locally advanced degenerative disc at L3 and L3 to L5. And this is this is very painful. And basically what's happening is my spine is here in the middle. My disc is over here beside the spine. And it's supposed to be attached to, you can't see, to the spine. Okay? It's no longer attached to the spine. It's kind of floating over here, flat. It's supposed to be round, but it's flat. There's nothing in it. And it's sitting over here in midair. Nobody can see it, nobody except for when they do MRIs. Because it's flat, no longer working, my upper back and my pelvic has to work a little bit harder. That's a problem. Because now my discs up above are starting to do the same as the bottom. And I also have spurs and pieces of my spine that are also decaying away. So everything in that spinal column is just disappearing. And I also have mild bilateral hip, a spike formation, and basically what that is my hip is separating again from where it's supposed to be, but calcium is building up in there. And right now we're not going to do anything with that. We're just going to kind of let it hang out and see what's going to happen once I have the bariatric. If I find that it becomes too painful or the hip separates a little bit further, then I'm going to have a hip replacement done on the right side. The left side is not near as bad, so let's keep it positive and keep it strong. I do have calcium on my pelvis. Again, because I'm working and having issues with that pelvic, it's even harder for me to sit straight up and down. And I have, I'll just show you, lots of this to lose, lots of this to lose before it's going to even help my hips or my back. Now, I have been told that with the bariatric, pain can make the joints even worse when I lose weight. Let's hope not. On December 7th, 2015, 16, this is 17, 16, I had a pain pump put in place, and that pain pump is got a catheter that runs up my spine, and it shoots morphine in. That'll help with all this, and let me tell you, I'm walking so much better. Now my hip's looking at me like, this has got to stop. So, I'm not sure what they're going to do with that hip issue just yet. It may be that we can hook another catheter into my pain pump and run it towards that hip. But right now, I'm just kind of laying dormant until after I had the bariatric. And I also have a milk allergy, so calcium and I don't get along. My body actually overproduces calcium, which is also a part of the white blood count. And so I'm not sure how this is all going to play out, because with bariatric, you tend to lose calcium. So they're going to be testing that and keeping an eye on that as we go forward. I am currently at the weight of 228, and I plan on doing several of these videos. I know right now I'm kind of boring, blah, telling you all about me, blah, and you want to hear about the surgery or the weight loss or whatever. And I understand all that. So this is my first video to go out on my YouTube channel, and I hope to see many of you going forward. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.